This is Tim Willis, and armed only with a copy of OBS and a built-in laptop microphone, this is another video from Nomad Funnelhacker. And today we're going to be looking at how to add a video to the background on ClickFunnels, referring to the current version of ClickFunnels, sometimes known as ClickFunnels 2.0. I built this really bad funnel here out of just the standard default elements of ClickFunnels and a few pictures from my image library. But it's enough to give us a couple of sections to work with to demonstrate what we're going to do. So there's a couple of ways we can work with that background videos here. We can do it by section, which means the video background will just play on that section. So for example, this white section here, or we could actually put it on the background, in which case it will be playing underneath everything. But first of all, we need to talk about the video itself. So in order for this to all work, you have to have your video hosted. ClickFunnels does not provide video hosting, so you're going to have to use some third-party solution. That can be sites like Vimeo, Voomly, or Wistia. I'm sure there's many more others. Or you can actually do it in YouTube, although that's generally, while the cheapest way, not the most effective way, because you get more control over your video and more options of what you can do with the video in a third-party hosting platform than you're going to get with YouTube. But in this case, we are going to be using YouTube. So what I'm going to use is an 11-second video. It's basically a video intro. Then I created a program called Videos, and we're going to use that, and we have it hosted in YouTube. So it's just like any YouTube video you would upload. You upload it. I didn't create a thumbnail for it because it really didn't need one. And I just gave it a little BS title and put some words in here, description to fill that need. And this video is unlisted. That is what we're going to be using. So let's go back to our funnel. So let's get started here. You see we have a section here. And we have a section here. Section here, section here. So we're going to go ahead and go to our background, turn it on, and you see we just have controls for our image URL here, and then we have a switch we can turn on for background video. This is the point at which we need to get our video, and we just copy our link there and put it here. Now, when you do that, it's also going to put it into your image URL, and this will make sense in a little bit. But when we look at our video URL settings, we have choices of we can loop the video, redirect to URL, or show pop-up. We're going to leave a loop video. Background style is we can fill 100% or offset video. Let's go and make that 100%. And we can have other checkboxes to hide the video background on mobile, or use the color background as an overlay. We're going to leave those blank. We'll go ahead and save. And let's go to preview and we'll show you what the first problem we have is here. The first problem we have is we don't see anything. So we're going to have to make some adjustments to our funnel if we want to see the video. So first thing we're going to need to do is go to our section here, the second section, go to our background, turn it on, and then go to our background color, which is white right now, and move the opacity all the way to 0 so we can see that video come through. Now you're going to see the image there, is that image may show up not a full image. Don't worry about how the picture looks in the editor. What matters is how it looks on the actual preview page. So now you see that we have the image of that video intro in the background. We'll save this, and we'll take another look at the preview now. Okay, so there you can see now we have our video playing in the background underneath all the other elements. Now, because that's a short video, it's just going to loop over and over again. Here we have this top bar here that's a section by itself, and so that's going to cover up the very top of the video because it's playing from the background. In this case, that's not too bad because all our video action is concentrated on the middle of the video. If you have something at the top of a video that you need people to see, like maybe a title or something, you might want to get rid of this top section here that I put in and just not have that there and just start with, the top of this section that's going to be a transparent background. So that takes care of putting the video on the background itself. Let's go ahead here, go to our background. Let's go ahead and clear this out. Get rid of all references to the video, turn off our background video, and then we're going to turn off our background. All right, that returns us to the white background. And so we're going to go to our section here. And temporarily, we are going to make this 100% so that it will be a white background. That's default color. And then we are going to click on this button that says background video. And we're going to do basically the same thing. We're going to plug in our video URL. We'll look at our settings here. So it's loop video, background style is fill 100%. All our other settings are the same as they were when we were putting on the background. We're just putting on the section now. So let's go ahead and save. And then you see here now we still have this section here. And this section down here. And so our video will only be playing on this particular section. So let's go ahead and go to preview and take a look at that. Okay. When you see here, we have that top section here. Because the video background black, it looks like it kind of blends in, but it is separate. And then below here, the video is not appearing. So in truth, this kind of looks like it did before. So we need to do one more thing to make this a little more obvious. So let's get out of our preview. And let's play a little bit here. So let's go ahead. Our section, we are going to go ahead and get rid of our video. Now, if what you're interested in is actually adding a video only to page, like replacing this picture with a video, I'm going to do that as a separate video. We're just going to concentrate on using the video in the background in this particular instruction. We want to go ahead and take a look at what's really happening. I'm going to go ahead and leave this top section as it is. This section, we're going to go to the background. And make sure it is at 0 opacity. It's still pulling that white color from the background. We'll come to this one and do the same. And I know it's basically making that white lettering disappear, but just go with me here and this one and do the same. and that zero opacity. So all this white color we're seeing is now coming from the background and not from the sections. So except for this top section here that's got a black background. Let's go ahead and save our changes. Now we're going to go back to our background. And I probably should have did this at first, but I just thought that we need to do this as a way of explanation. We're going to go ahead and turn on background video. Go ahead and plug in our URL. And then save. And look at the preview now. Okay. And you see what's happening here. It's in the parallax mode where everything scrolls over. Let's go back to our settings and take a look at what we have set in the background. Okay. So this is an important thing. This is only when we're using it on the body. Right now we have it set to full center. But in this case, because you're using the video, it actually behaves like full center parallax. And so just be aware of that with your background. And that's actually a good thing, because with us having everything but this top section at zero transparency, or at 100% transparency, I guess you might say, because none of the background color is coming through. If the video went the whole length of this body, it would be very distorted. But as it is, it's maintaining its dimensions. And then if we scroll down the page, we're actually scrolling all the elements that are on top of the video at a higher level, or an upper level, you might say. So that's what you need to understand about the background video function in ClickFunnels 2.0. Let's go ahead and make this a more realistic funnel by adding those background colors back in. And remember, we're just messing with the opacity control here. And we're going to return this one to 100% too. And this is something also you need to be aware of. So we've got all our background colors set into our sections, but we have the video set into our background. So let's save and take a look at how that works when we have that situation. We're going to go to preview. And you see we don't see anything because there's no opaque transparent sections for it to come through. Now we'll come here to our section. We'll return it to the full opaque setting. Now we see that background image showing through in the editor. We'll save. Go to our preview. And now we can see the video showing through because it's no longer being superseded by the background color at the section level. Just remember, if you want to see that video and you're using it in the background, you're going to need to have at least one of your sections be set to zero transparency. See here? And you see that scrolling effect is the video's playing, but we only see it in this one section that's set to zero opacity. And then these other sections, when they roll over, they just cover up the video. And that's pretty much it for this demonstration on how to use background video. in ClickFunnels. So my name is Tim Willis. I'm a certified ClickFunnels funnel builder, and I make tutorial and demonstration videos on ClickFunnels, sales funnel building, web page design, and various design tools we use to accomplish all of the above. That is the video for now. I will talk to you later.